All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the only hard seltzer with vitamin C and superfruit acerola. My name's Will DeFreeze. To my right, David Ruff.
Happy Snow Moon Wednesday.
What's Snow Moon?
February's full moon, known as the snow moon, will light up the sky this week. Tonight being the night. Why do I know this? That's probably what you're thinking at home.
Well, you're kind of the weather guy.
Friend of mine and his wife, they are expecting. They are very due. In fact, I think the due date might be Saturday. I saw them at a social event. Sometimes I go to social events on the weekend. And she told me that she fully expects to give birth today because of the full moon.
Interesting.
Not only because of the full moon, but because of the barometric pressure dropping due to a low pressure system that's somewhere few hundred, maybe 600 miles northwest of here.
Damn, I'd say having a kid is kind of a high pressure system.
It's their second, so she's a veteran at this point. Anyway, so that was cool. And then I asked my wife, I was like, what's the science behind that? And well, I did not get the answer to what said science will be. Apparently there is something with barometric pressure dropping and potential giving birth, things of that nature. Anyway.
Damn, with this pressure dropping, only time may tell. That's a Toots and the Maytal reference for anyone out there who's just trying to do some pressure drop references right now. Shouts to all the reggae community.
Well, I'm really happy to be a guest on the Will DeFreeze Party Hour.
So we're running a two-man booth today.
No, I'm just a guest.
That's not happening. Show. Are you trying to get me to make up for lost time after the last 2 days?
This is the Will DeFreeze show. It's not the DeFreeze Will show.
Is that an Andy Milonakis reference?
Tom Green.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Same era.
Same era. Did you ever follow Jackass Clips on Twitter?
No. I need to. I watched Jackass 2 the other night.
It's great television.
I did something that no one is doing when they're sick. I watched zero TV.
What did you do? Did you get a Switch?
I just didn't feel well, and I didn't feel like sitting there. Like have you ever been
sat there and think about stuff?
Well, have you ever been so sick that like even just hearing noise, you're just like, I can't deal with this right now? That was me.
Did you read?
I did a little reading. I've been reading 2 books. Not to brag, but yeah, I'm on my reading bullshit in 2022. I'm really trying to read more this year.
Was it Charles Dickens?
I'm not reading Charles Dickens. I'm reading self-help books. I recently got this book that's it's all about how it's for people who like used to be pieces of shit that don't want to be pieces of shit anymore.
Yeah.
And this will help allow you to not be a piece of shit anymore.
I'm reading How to Be a Boy Boss in a Girl Boss World.
Damn. Are there rumors swirling about certain people not enjoying girl bosses winning, like Dillon?
I wasn't going to say that, but I mean, yeah, now that you brought it up, there might be rumors.
Dillon's out today. Something came up.
Did you get him sick?
We're a squad down bad right now.
Did you get him sick?
I didn't get him sick. The only time that I left the house in between, like in the last however many days, was on Sunday when I went to Dillon's Super Bowl party.
So a lot of people were speculating that maybe you having 6 chili dogs got you sick. Is that true? Can you confirm or deny?
I need to go on record saying that no food at Dillon's party got me sick. You know how I know this? Actually, there's only one thing. There's only one thing that could have gotten me sick at his party.
Somebody else did get sick, but they were already sick. We found out.
Yeah, whatever. The only thing I ate at Dillon's party, and this is going to sound real soft, okay?
Can I guess?
I had 2 things, yeah.
You had hummus.
There was no, I thought that was very interesting. There was no hummus at the party.
Was there not hummus?
There was a vegetable platter at the party, but there was no actual hummus.
What did you have?
I had some of the vegetable platter that I dipped into the buffalo chicken dip, which I thought was very good.
You did celery in the buff chick dip?
I did.
Interesting.
I also did a carrot in there as well.
Oh.
And then I had part of a cheeseburger.
Didn't this Dillon guy, did he talk all this booty chatter about carrots, and then you go to a Super Bowl party and it's just like it's a carrot party?
Well, he said he's big on hummus and stuff. He even tweeted about it. Like
Really?
he's tweeted he's a perfect 10, but he didn't bring hummus and vegetables, whatever. I show up there, there's no hummus to be found at their place. It's just kind of a red flag.
It's pretty embarrassing. I wasn't going to say anything, but since you brought it up, yeah. Couldn't be my Super Bowl party.
Mm-mm.
That's why I don't throw Super Bowl parties, because I don't want to deal with the different palates.
I get it. I mean, we can track my stomach issue back pretty accurately to two people in my life who also had the same stomach issue leading up to me. So
Can
I don't think we
guess?
got it from food. You can guess who it was. Yeah.
That guy in the Hillary Duff photo that you tweeted.
Dude, I fucking hate this
Who
guy.
is that?
How I Met Your Father is Hillary Duff's new venture on Hulu. I think there's been 7 episodes. It's just recently been renewed for a new season. I've heard positive reviews online for this show. I think it might be one of the worst shows I've ever seen.
Oh.
It's the chuggiest show of all time. It has some of the cheesiest writing I've ever heard. They do a thing that I think Curb Your Enthusiasm does a good job of. Like, let's use, for example, the accidental text on purpose.
Sure.
They took a situation and they made a bit out of it.
Are they forcing it?
They're forcing it completely. And I know that they did that on How I Met Your Mother. Like, I don't know.
Oh, wait. Is this from the How I Met Your Mother universe?
Yes. Same show. It's just Hillary Duff
a
instead
show
of
that
whatever.
I never watched, again with the generational gap.
The fact that this show has a laugh track is concerning to me.
Is it like an ironic laugh track?
No. It's just a shitty laugh track that signifies when something's supposed to be funny, kind of funny.
Yeah, I know what a laugh track does.
It's just terrible.
Trust me, I discovered that your laugh track button on that thing, it's not just it's not brief. It goes on for about 80 seconds.
Yeah, it's a long one. Well, it depends how funny your joke is.
No, Brett had one the other day that just brought the house down.
The show stinks. But
Just-
I've watched every single episode, and I'll continue to watch every episode because, one, my wife loves it, and 2, I love Hillary Duff, and I will support her through thick and thin. That's with 2 C's. I love Hillary Duff. Not to get too H right now. I'm sorry.
The gentleman who sits in this chair during Too Much Dip is a big Hillary Duff fan.
How can't you be? I mean, we were, from an early age, we were watching, Lizzie McGuire. And then as she started to get older, like, she has aged like a fine wine. And she's just so bubbly and nice. I just love her. When I heard that her house got robbed, I was ready to go on, like, just go completely rogue, take a couple days off from work and go out to LA and start fighting people.
I reached out to her publicist. I volunteered my services.
Did they take you up on that?
No, never got a response.
I'm like that Keanu Reeves movie when it comes to Hillary Duff.
Which one?
The one where someone took his dog and then he killed everybody.
They didn't. Okay, you're thinking of John Wick.
I never saw John Wick.
They're awesome.
I know. That's all I've heard, and I really need to see them.
I mean, it's honestly probably perfect at-home sick, mindless, but still keeps your attention cinema.
Maybe I should. I thought about maybe just getting into some movies and stuff, but it was just not happening.
You should do John Wick Sunday.
Maybe I will.
Make that a thing.
I like Keanu.
You can live blog it.
I love
We
Keanu
haven't live
Reeves.
blogged in a long time.
Dude, those are
Those
exhausting.
dead?
Yeah, well, for me, it was always a major pit out situation. If I was live blogging literally anything, I was pitting out.
Did you live blog? When was the last live blog? Was it Hooters?
Probably Hooters. Remember that? So one of the live blogs, we almost got shot at Hooters. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
They like had to take some guy out or like told him to leave or
They
something.
kicked out a regular and he popped trunk.
And he threatened to, I think he threatened to come in, and all the waitresses were like
He was
huddled
digging
in a
around
corner.
his car and like, yeah. And we were just, and I like was waiting on my Uber and I was like, I'm just gonna go. It's fine.
Sally and I were about to go on a nice little road trip to Houston, Texas that weekend, and she just came and picked me up, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get out of here before he sprays the block at Hooters. I don't want my family knowing that I died peacefully at Hooters.
Well, it wouldn't really be peacefully.
You don't know.
Is that the sound you would make if you got
I'm dying.
murdered at Hooters? And Hooters?
Just face.
Hooters is a spin-off restaurant that I just created.
That's the Norwegian version.
Hooters.
Hooters.
Yeah.
Welcome to Hooters. They just have the umlauts over the O's.
We talked about Hooters on the Patreon yesterday.
How was Patreon yesterday?
I think it was really good. We learned a new way to refer to a divorce.
How's that?
A devovo.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm on board with it,
Okay.
but look, you send in your worst of stories. We will not only keep you anonymous, I will read, unless you have some sort of word that I refuse to read, I will read it as is. I won't even edit it.
I got curious.
Did you listen? listen to anything we did? The
No,
last few
dude,
days?
I'm not kidding. I felt horrible. Like I didn't want anything to do with any like media that I had to take in. The only actual thing that I watched over the last 2 days was soccer yesterday. Shouts to the EPL and Champions League for scheduling 2 games at the exact same time. I really appreciate that.
Did Real lose?
They did. Injury time, Dave. It was tough.
I hate that. I hate that for
Mbappe.
Luka.
You know how Mbappe does? Like he just makes something out of nothing all the time, and you know he did that. But he's going to end up going to Madrid, so it doesn't matter.
Wow.
That's footy chat
Circle
with
of
Will.
life.
Yeah.
Did you like the launch of our newest Washed Media podcast?
Outgoing?
Outgoing without going out. I shouldn't say
Big
launch.
fan.
They were already humming along before we started working with them. But yeah.
Big fan. I was a little bummed that I couldn't be here for the launch of it.
Yeah. People were wondering. They're like, is Will protesting? Like he does not want this podcast in the network. But I shot that down quickly.
No, I'm down with Gabby and Lexi. I was not doing a knee from home the entire time. That would have been kind of fucked up.
Marshall Mathers did a knee.
We,
We haven't even got your Super Bowl takes.
do we know if he did the knee? Like, do we know why he did the knee?
Yeah, I think it was solidarity.
Okay. So, because I saw a lot of people being like, actually, it's because they were playing Tupac. And I'm like, well, I think there might be another reason.
I don't think he was taking a knee for Tupac.
Yeah.
It
Like,
was a long, long time ago.
and I don't take a knee when like someone dead's music comes on all the time, but I'm also not performing at Super Bowls.
That's fair. Did you see the viral video clip of him talking to Al Michaels after the game?
I heard he was fanboy.
They were both just fanboying each other. Mainly Eminem fanboying Al Michaels. And I was like, all right, I get it. It's Al Michaels, but come on. You're not meeting the Pope. It's Al Michaels.
I don't think I would fanboy with Al Michaels.
I would meet him. I would take a pic, throw deuce. Probably do very well on Instagram, but yeah.
I think the weirdest thing about meeting someone like that would be hearing their voice straight from their mouth in person.
Having a casual conversation with the voice that you've heard since Miracle on Ice.
Are there any announcers that you would absolutely fanboy for if you met them?
Are we talking?
Aikman?
So can we play-by-play or color commentary?
Doesn't matter.
Color commentary, very likely, because Aikman and those are usually ex-athletes. Play-by-play, no. Maybe Doc Emmerich?
He'd be tight.
That would be a weird one to talk to in person.
I would want him to like do something though. Like I'd be the annoying person meeting him being like, hey, can you like say something really fast for me really quick?
Can you pretend I just went top shelf? I just went Selly on him? No, I think Doc Emmerich. I would probably fanboy with Joe Buck a little bit, even though I'm not like a super fan. I do respect Joe Buck, but he seems like the most down to earth, and I would have to ask him about his Liv Moss reads.
I would, if I met Joe Buck, I think I would do my best to not fanboy, and I think I would try my best to like be friends with him and try to get him to go out and have a beer right then.
He seems like a guy, and if he's had some sort of substance battle, I don't know about it, and I apologize. But he seems like a guy that a night could really turn dangerous when you thought it wasn't going to be dangerous. You thought it was going to be the opposite. Like you go out, have a beer or two. Next thing you know, you get a text like, let's go to another bar. And you're like, oh, fuck, I was going to be in bed by 9:30. Not happening.
He would love us because we would just be standing him the entire time as long as he just said, sometimes you got to live Moss over and over. Before we get into, can we do a stamps read real quick, Dave? Before we keep vibing?
I thought you'd never ask.
Time is money. Don't waste either with repeated trips to the post office. With Stamps.com, you can skip the trip and focus on how to take your small business to the next level. Stamps.com lets you print official postage right from your computer and saves you money in the process, so you can spend less time at the post office and more time making your customers happy. Stamps.com saves you time, money, and stress. For more than 20 years, Stamps.com has been indispensable for over 1 million businesses. Stamps.com gives you access to the post office and UPS shipping rates and services that you need right from your computer, and you can get discounts that you can't find anywhere else, up to 40% off USPS rates and 76% off UPS.
Do I get a scale?
You do get a scale. If you use Circling Back as a special offer, not only do you get a scale, Dave, but you get a free 4-week trial, free postage, and that scale that you were talking about with no long-term commitments.
4 weeks, generally speaking, that's a month.
That's literally as long as we're not in a leap year right now, correct?
It's a snow moon. I'm sorry.
Okay, that works too.
There's a snow moon on the rise.
I used to use Stamps.com all the time. I still do use it. I used it when I first started Sunday Scaries when I was shipping the old Ride the Wave t-shirts. And it really saved me a lot of time because when I did the first batch of them, I was going to the post office and I was like, man, this isn't how you should be doing this.
Shout out to them for getting stamps.com, that URL.
It's a hard get.
That's a big get for them.
Like without getting that, like that has to be the number one thing on their like agenda.
Yeah.
So whether you're in an office sending invoices, a side hustle Etsy shop, or a full-blown warehouse shipping out orders, Stamps.com will make your life easier. All you need is a computer and standard printer. No special supplies or equipment. You're up and running in minutes, printing official postage for any letter, any package, anywhere you want to send. Stop overpaying for shipping with Stamps.com. Sign up with our promo code CirclingBack for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the little microphone at the top of the page, and enter Circling Back for that deal.
Hey, I know a lot of y'all want to like make this joke and you're saying, hey, is Dillon not there because it's a snow moon? It's just, it has nothing to do with the snow moon.
Not cool, guys. Not cool.
Just purely coincidental.
Yep.
What are we doing?
Can we talk?
What are you going to interview me about?
Can we talk Wordle real quick?
Is that why? Because Dillon's not here, we can finally talk Wordle?
Yeah. I'm not a Wordle player. Are you?
No, but I've thought about it. I think that would be a funny bit if I just dropped the Wordle tweet like Micah does.
So Wordle is bought by the New York Times.
Correct. For a low 7-figure amount.
Is that how much it was?
In the low 7 figs, yeah. 7 figs, of course, being in the millions, Randy.
I know nothing about the dude who got the bag from the New York Times for Wordle, but I'm glad that he got the bag.
Name's Will.
Is it?
Will Wordle.
That's a good name. Strong name.
Billy Words is what we call him, where I'm from.
B-dubs?
Yeah, B-dubs.
Old B-dubs over there.
Got the bag, kind of.
But like, good for him. He turned a very basic game into a big payday for himself from the New York Times. If the New York Times comes calling for your game, you got to just give it to him, right?
Yeah. Give him the game. Sell him the game for a fair market value.
Well, ever since the New York Times has taken over this kind of thing, I think it's been just this week, there's been a lot of complaints on the TL about how the words have gotten a little more difficult. I don't really understand this. Why people are complaining that the game is increased in difficulty.
It's this culture we live in. It's just soft, nerf everything. Like, people can't take a challenge. Like me, like I want it to be more difficult. I want to fail because I know I'm going to learn from it. Just build back better. Well,
this says disgruntled publishers continue to gripe that the New York Times is making their beloved Wordle game too hard. The publication is now being accused of trolling millennials with Wednesday's Wordle of the day, with many players deeming it so obscure that only Bob the Builder could solve it.
Wait, what does Bob the Builder have to do with this?
I don't know why they had to throw Bob the Builder in there. Like, is Bob the Builder is he the smartest person we could think of for this situation?
Bob the Builder, unless I'm missing something, is a fictional character, correct? A children's character. Randy, am I missing something? Oh, Randy's not even listening.
Do you like word games? Do you play Scrabble? You a Boggle guy by any chance?
No, I Boggle more than Scrabble. Boggle's one you press the little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boggle's cool, mainly because of that.
I used to play with my ex-girlfriend's mom. Not sure why she and I got into playing Boggle together.
I've seen a video that starts like that.
2 girls, 1 Boggle. What?
No, I've never played Boggle with any of my love interest's parents, but I'm not opposed to it. I grew up playing Sorry quite a bit. Remember Sorry?
I never played Sorry.
Big Sorry guy. I know that's not a word game, but
is it too late now to play Sorry? That's good.
It's really good.
It's good.
You're not gonna. There it is.
Sorry,
reaction.
It was over their head and then it came back.
There was a delay.
Yeah. So I'm a big New York Times mini crossword guy.
Hey, thank you for gifting me a New York Times subscription.
I got you.
I've been reading articles on there.
Did you download the app?
Most of them are fake news, but I've been reading them.
Yeah, it's a failing publication, as everyone knows.
They're failing. What are they doing buying Wordle?
Honestly, it might be the best acquisition they could make right now. I'm a big New York Times mini crossword person. And if I can get a mini crossword in under 30 seconds, that is a huge win for me. If I can get it in under 60 seconds, that is still a win for me. Anything over 60 seconds, I feel like I've done myself wrong that day. That being said, if I got it under 30 seconds every single time, I don't think I'd play it anymore because I'd be like, yeah, this is a little too easy for me. The fact that people are complaining that like the words are just getting more difficult. I don't really know what you want. Like, do you just want to be able to put up the green squares on your
Dude,
Twitter every day?
Participation trophies, bro. Is the New York Times going to get canceled?
Dude, you have to think Wordle's going to be the reason they go down.
Yeah, I did see a lot of that. I saw a lot of people that I really enjoy saying that, man, this is crazy how hard they've gotten. And I really can't speak to it because as I've never done a Wordle, but you have my Wordle. I will be doing a Wordle in the next 3 to 5 weeks.
Okay. Are we going to get really late on Wordle just like everything else?
Correct.
A Chicago grandmother was rescued from a 17-hour hostage ordeal after police were alerted for the unlikeliest of reasons. A missing solution to the day's Wordle challenge. Denise Holt, 80, was alone at home in Illinois on the 5th of February when a naked and mentally ill suspect entered her home. Her daughter in faraway Seattle noticed something was amiss when she failed to send her daily Wordle, and they sniffed it out from there.
Wow.
Are we saving lives?
I don't know if we are, but Wordle appears to.
I don't understand why people... I understand enjoying Wordle and playing Wordle, but the bigger factor for people isn't playing it and getting satisfaction that they won. The bigger satisfaction is by sharing it with their friends and showing that they're better than them. In this case, it saved a life, and I think that's beautiful.
Can I confess something?
What?
I don't really know. When someone posts the grid, their Wordle thing, I don't really know what the different... I assume green is good. I don't really know what to do with that. Like, I don't understand, like, how to tell who did better. Like, if you put 3 of them, I don't know if I would necessarily be able to tell you, like, who did the best.
Green means that your letter is correct and in the correct position.
Okay.
Gray means that letter is not only not in the puzzle, but it's not in the correct position either. Yellow means that the letter is in the puzzle, but it is not in the correct position.
Okay.
This game is whatever. I don't hate the game because I do like word games and I like using your brain for this kind of stuff, but I just am not impressed by anyone's Wordle at this point. And the fact that they're complaining that it's getting too hard just makes me... I'm not out on the game.
It should make you in on it.
It just makes me annoyed that people are complaining that it's too hard. It can't be that hard.
Well, let me tell you this. I grew up playing Battleship.
Shit.
And you talk about a difficult game. And not even... Obviously, I played electronic Battleship, but for me, I was original Battleship. And that was tough because your opponent often cheated.
Yeah.
If you were playing on my block, you had some total sickos out there who would cheat during Battleship. Don't like that at all. That being said, I will in the next 3 to 5 weeks drop a Wordle bomb on the Twitter. And I'll tell you how it goes. It's probably going to go poorly. I didn't realize how poorly I become at typing until we did the typing tests of the last couple of weeks. Come to find out, I think I'm faster than Brett. I'm definitely faster than Dillon. Maybe I'm not faster than Brett.
I don't know about you and Brett.
We kicked Brett out of the room, so I can just say whatever I want, and it'll be canon.
Well, we started today's episode, and Brett was just sitting on the couch next to the studio, and it was like, dude, you're just like a voyeur right now.
People don't know if they're not watching the video. I am sitting on the other side of the table. I'm not in my usual circling back spot. I've never sat over here for a podcast. It's very odd. I've got to look at Randy. I get to see how little Randy pays attention to the show.
Mm-hmm.
He's over there doing origami. What is that?
Well, you can always just see all you see from Randy when he's doing the show is his thumb is going to left and right constantly. I don't know what he's doing there, but it's just, he's constantly just going left and right.
Schwabs.
You guys got any Schwabs?
I see here you would like to talk online grammar in general.
Yeah. So like, while we're talking about words and being online and stuff, like I'd like to apologize. I spelled Cabernet incorrectly on a Scary's meme today. And one person came at my neck for it. And when I put in here that I was going to talk about this, I was going to make fun of that person for correcting people's grammar online. That is the lowest form of online criticism that you can get. But they have since apologized and told me that there's no ill will.
When you found out that you misspelled that had to have been devastating. Did any part of you say delete this?
No. For people out there that don't use Photoshop, Photoshop has no spell check feature. So the fact that I have like one grammatical error a month on Sunday Scaries is actually pretty impressive. And so I never feel the need to archive anything or do whatever.
I almost had a pretty embarrassing one the other day.
What?
I did a Liver King tweet at DCarterRuff on Twitter, at DCRuff on Instagram. did a Liver King tweet referencing his 9 tenants,
Mhm.
and I almost spelled tenants as if he was a landlord, which is a really funny scenario if the Liver King is your landlord. If you want to go down that road, we can. But I caught it before I hit send, and I was like, man, that would have been one that I would have left it up, but I would have been pacing back and forth thinking about that one.
Twitter's a different case. If I have an egregious error on Twitter, I'm like, maybe I should just delete this before there's too much action on this tweet.
Mm-hmm.
On a meme that's already been up and has like 1,000 likes, like I'm not taking that down. That's not going to make anyone happy.
Speaking of Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at my drafts. So I was telling Brett and Randy, I'm listening to this Fall Out Boy. I've been listening to Fall Out Boy radio
Why?
playlist because I wanted it to. We had this debate like 2 months ago about Fall Out Boy versus the Killers, who had a better catalog. And I realized like I might just be old man yelling at cloud, riding so hard for the Killers and saying that Fall Out Boy doesn't have the depth in their catalog. Fine. So I've decided to listen to a little bit more. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to get into more pop punk. It's been forever. And so I started listening, and there's a lot of Good Charlotte on there. And let me be clear, I don't think Good Charlotte's good. They've got a couple catchy songs. They've got a couple catchy songs that have catchy parts. But I have a tweet that I never sent, and it's one that I don't know what song it's from, but it's basically the intro of it is this song is dedicated to every kid who ever got picked last in gym class.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a tweet that said, today I'm exclusively listening to songs that are dedicated to every kid who ever got picked last in gym class. And my wife.
That's a Good Charlotte one, right?
Correct. My wife talked me out of it. She goes, no one's going to know what that is.
I would know what that is.
I'm not going to send it. It's still in my drafts. I didn't delete it. But
I holstered a tweet the other day, not for just for only reasons of me just being a wimp. You ready for this? You see the Kelsey Grammer news out there?
I saw he was trending. He's okay, right?
Yeah, he was kind of getting canceled. People were trying to cancel him.
Oh, no.
He went to a party at Mar-a-Lago.
Oh.
And he was photographed with two
So did Urban Meyer.
buxom ladies.
Okay.
Is he... Honestly, this kind of sounds to me like the plot of a Frasier episode in 2022. Like Frasier unknowingly goes to a party at a hotel and then gets canceled from his show because he was at like Trump's place.
He's I don't know where he stands on the spectrum currently, but I know back in the day he was a noted Hollywood conservative.
He's Trumpy for sure.
Okay,
for sure.
You keep up with him more than me.
Yeah, but I'm a Frasier fan. I can't speak to any of his work after Frasier, as much of it has been shitty.
Can you separate the man from the art?
There's even some Frasier episodes that maybe people should revisit and maybe have a conversation about. There's one in particular that's bad.
I think that's everything that went down in the 90s.
Well, Michael Scott said they could never make The Office now because of some of the jokes they made. And as Sally's been watching The Office a lot lately while, doing Fritz stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, that joke would be a tough one in 2022.
Season 1 for sure. Seasons 1 through 3, definitely.
I think the joke that I was thinking of was a very sexist joke that Michael Scott made. And the only reason I knew that it was not season 1 is because I looked at his hair and I was like, oh, he's got more hair. That's season 2.
Season 1 is when he had the slick back, right? And it was like clearly like had just gotten hair restoration.
Yeah, it was a little spotty.
It was a bad look. How do we go down this road? Oh, Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, shouts to Wordle though.
So wait, was he at Trump's Super Bowl party?
I don't think he was. I think he was just at a party.
Okay, because we did talk about that because Trump was at wherever watching the Super Bowl with Urban Meyer. You saw the news there, right? Maybe not. You've been off the grid.
I did see that.
Urban's Chop House is no more. It's been sold.
Oh, I did not see that.
Yeah,
that's too bad.
I think they're pivoting. They're moving on from Urban.
So, say we went on my dream vacation of going on a Scottish golf trip with weekends filled with going to soccer games. Let's just say we did this.
Breakfast beers, Randy.
Say we're in Aberdeen. I don't know what we're doing there. But we want to play golf that day. Are we not allowed to go play the Trump International Golf Links in Aberdeen?
Oh, that is a Trump spot.
Like, are we going to get canceled if we go play that? Because I kind of want to go play that.
I think you can separate the man from the
international golf course
art. Yeah, no, I mean he just has his name on it. He didn't did he build and design the course?
I think
was he the architect?
I think he was out there just doing it.
Can you imagine?
He was just punching the holes.
No, look, at the end of the day, you don't want to follow the money on like anything. Anything that's like takes that much investment, you don't want to follow where that money came from.
Are you talking just like this is just a blanket statement?
Yes.
So let's say that there was a young lady who was once involved with some very famous and powerful people. And let's say that she had some allegations that she threw out to like a member of a royal family,
Okay.
hypothetically, maybe in the UK. And maybe she recently got a big payday rather than going to court over those allegations. Are you saying that the money that she was paid might have come from an unsavory place?
I'm saying that most money at some point will run from an unsavory place. Yes. I'm saying that the financial institutions out there, many of them deal or have dealt with dirty money at some point. Yes. That's a very broad statement, but I listen to a lot of podcasts. Okay.
All it takes is Dillon not being here for us to start just like inching towards less Wexner content.
I just finished the Oliver Stone JFK one.
There's a new documentary on Peacock about Epstein that I think I'm gonna have to dip into. Not proud of it. I've already seen every documentary there is to watch about Epstein at this point, and like it's kind of just regurgitating the same information. I need like a deep state one.
But you'll never see that on a main outlet. You won't ever see intelligence ties talked about.
Even the podcasts are like not going deep enough for me at this point. Well,
you got to get
some of them might be going a little too deep.
I can point you in the right direction there.
What was the one you did? IJB?
Well, oh yeah, check out It's Just Banter. No, that's our friend Jake and TC's pod. We did talk Epstein, but no, there's some the TrueAnon folks have one that, I mean, they went to Maxwell's trial every day and did a pod each day, which I'll be honest, I did not listen to a lot of those just because
I've had to go unfollow everyone that I was following during that time.
Sure.
Because I was just getting updates on stuff I didn't need to know anymore.
Are you still following the journalist? Is it Classfield?
Yeah. He got the follow because he's just a quality Twitter follower.
I think he's a good journalist.
He just knows how to cover things.
Hey, there's still people out there doing good journalism, Randy, despite what you've always said.
Dude, he's the biggest critic. I think he turned off your mic once he heard that you were a New York Times guy now.
It's tough.
Let's talk about our friends over at Chime real quick. You can kick off 2022 with a better checking account with no monthly fees. That sounds pretty nice. Chime is an award-winning app and debit card that have no overdraft fees, foreign transaction fees, monthly fees, or service fees. And with over 60,000 fee-free in-network ATMs at many locations like most Walgreens, 7-Elevens, CVS's, you can access your money when you need it, where you need it. And you can also send money to anyone, even if they aren't on Chime. It's fee-free for you and no cash-out fees for them. Sally always gets mad at me because I'm like, nah, I got to go to an ATM without fees. Like, I'm not going to go deal with this. This is a solution that just makes everyone's life easier.
Dude, no monthly fees is huge.
I mean, it's just great.
I remember one of the first accounts I had, like, after college, I didn't realize how much I was giving away in fees. And then I realized it like 10 years later. I was like, wow, that's quite substantial.
Well, for a long time, I thought that's just how it was.
Me too.
I was like, oh, well, I'm parking my money here. It makes sense that they would charge me rent for this money that I'm parking here. Call me crazy.
I dig this analogy.
Make your first good decision of the new year and join over 10 million people using Chime. Sign up only takes 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/steam. That's chime.com/steam. Banking services provided by and debit card issued by Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank NA. Members FDIC. Get fee-free transactions at any MoneyPass ATM in a 7-Eleven location, at any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM. Otherwise, out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply. Sometimes pay anyone. Instant transfers can be delayed. The recipient must use a valid debit card or be a Chime member to claim funds. Let's talk about something that we're both confronting right now.
Male pattern baldness.
I'm not confronting that quite yet. I am worried it's getting thin up there, though.
Okay. What are we doing? Oh, we're switching hairdressers. Or you are. Maybe.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not.
Hey, look, I don't want to. You speak for yourself. I apologize.
I'm in a situation right now where my hairdresser, who I've had since I moved to Austin, she's having a child, and that's a beautiful thing. She's on maternity leave. Honestly, I hope she takes as much maternity leave as she needs, as a lot of people in this country don't get nearly enough time off to be with their newborn child.
This podcast is not afraid to go there.
We're not. We're not.
Now that Dillon's gone, we can really get political.
He'd be like, guys, tone it down.
Hey, dude.
You're going from Epstein to maternity leave? That's a lot. But it's kind of left me in a lurch. Is that the word?
A bind?
Bind?
A lurch?
I don't know.
Maybe that works.
I don't fucking know. Well, like, I've had to switch things up. I've had to go through the motions of trying to explain how my hair's been cut for the past 5 years, even though I don't really know how it's been cut for the past 5 years. I just go sit down and she does it. But then you brought up something today because you're having trouble locking down an appointment that like now you have to go through all the small talk again when you get to know somebody.
Yeah, I'm kind of in panic mode right now, and we can get to that later. But yeah, no, it's the thought of this sounds a lot like dating. It's like you've been in a long-term relationship. Let's say you've been dating somebody for 5 years, and you got to get back in the game, and you're gonna have to go on a number of dates. Only like instead of dates, it's you just sitting there getting your hair cut. But you're gonna have to have small talk, and at this point, I don't want to have that conversation. I already am awkward enough explaining what I do for a living to someone, a stranger. And I don't want to do that again. And where I'm at, I've been going to the same person for the last year. I even followed her to her new place from the old place, which is conveniently like 500 yards away from this office.
I didn't even take that into consideration that you followed her.
I followed her. And,
is she missing now?
I puppy dogged her all the way over there because I was like, I don't even have to say anything. You cut my hair. It's fine. And you do a good job. And it's not awkward because I've been seeing you for long enough.
You were getting great haircuts from her.
People message me. They're like, Dave, I was watching the video. Did you get something done to your hair? I'm like, no, I'm just getting it cut better.
She was killing it. And now she's gone off the grid? I didn't realize that
I made an appointment last week or 2 weeks ago, thinking I was being good, like not waiting till the week of, scrambling, taking a bad appointment. I was like, I'm going to get on this early. I went to check to see when my appointment was this week, and it was with a different hairdresser. And I went on the site and tried to rebook with my hairdresser. It said no times available. So I've been calling. I emailed and have called this place. And I'm probably going to sound like a psycho.
Though they're just like, who is this simp calling for like Leslie, hypothetically speaking?
Here's what I also want to avoid. More so even than small talk with a different hairdresser. I want to avoid me booking with someone else at that location and her walking by and saying, even though she told me they don't take it personally, which makes sense. Like if you need a haircut and I'm not available, yeah. I still don't want to deal with that. I don't want to I'm like sitting there and
Dude, they say they don't take it personally, but like I would take it personally.
I would absolutely take it.
What if a day one backer was like, yeah, I just don't listen anymore. I'm fully mail-in. I needed some other content. I'd be like, I'd say like, hey, as long as you're in the network, that's cool. But I'd be like, really? What the fuck? What do we do?
I would somehow blame myself for that scenario. I'd be like, man, what did I do? I was volume shooting when I was hosting. That's fine.
Well, today I was getting
Dillon was singing.
I got my haircut today at 7 a.m., which no one's doing.
That's insane, by the way. Someone does haircuts at 7 a.m.
He told me he loves doing it at 7 a.m. because he gets out at 2 and it makes his day just feel extremely long.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? That's probably a good call.
And it is Snow Moon Wednesday.
True. And like today, I think my small talk today was actually a step back. But they came up with an iPad in the middle of my haircut and she's like, yeah, we'd like to schedule you for next time. And I was like, I got some news for you. Like, I have to bow out of this scheduling because my girl's coming back.
Did you tell them that?
I did, but I don't.
Or did you make something up?
No, I told them that.
That's very mature of you to be like, hey, look, here's the deal. This was always going to be temporary. I'm going back to my day one.
But now I'm scared because like he's been doing a great job cutting my hair. This is the first time I've ever had a guy cut my hair, and he's killing it. It's shorter than it normally is, but it's growing in wonderfully.
It looks good, man.
I'm scared. I think now, because it's more expensive to go to this place, I think now I'm going to go back to my normal hair person. But if I have like a wedding or something to go to, maybe like we're going to do like an event, like a meetup.
Occasions,
I think I might keep him as my special occasion mix-in back. He's my Marion Barber. Pun intended.
A change of pace back. It's a very obscure football reference. You are a Cowboys guy.
Yeah, I'm Cowboys superfan number one.
Yeah, this is awkward. I'm actually like, because I want to get a haircut, and we've got Dillon's bachelor party coming up in a couple of weeks, and I want to have a fresh cut going into that. So I've got time, but I don't want to wait till the last minute. I don't want to go in there looking all tapered up like Dillon was a few weeks ago. I want to give it time to breathe and let it grow out a couple days.
How many weeks is he separated from his last haircut that he was freaking out about? Couple weeks?
I think 3.
Because I was taking a video of something at his Super Bowl party.
It was him on the Glizzy grill.
And he immediately turned around. He's like, dude, are you getting my hair in the, like, and I was like, dude, Dillon, it's grown in. You look like a normal person right now. How is that still owning real estate in his mind that he has a fade in the back of his head?
A fade that even when he got it didn't look bad. None of us would have ever said a thing.
I got faded up today, and like, I don't even know what it looks like.
Did you go taper?
Yeah,
All right, look, I'm going to give you honest knee-jerk first impression. Go.
All right, I'm going to turn around.
This is really good podcasting. Pull your hood down a little bit. That's a nice touch.
I don't see it. I'm not going to stress about it.
You didn't
I don't
do
care.
The mirror thing?
I don't know how to. So
you don't know how to do it. You don't know how to look into a mirror.
No, because
see it in another mirror.
My left and right, like, I can't do lefts and rights. So when they hand me the mirror, I can't. I never know. Like, do I go this way?
It's one side or the other.
Dude, I don't know how to do it. I had to throw him the rock and let him, like, I just put it to the right side of my head, and then I just let him spin me until it made sense.
I just hand my girl my phone and say, "We take a portrait mode photo of my neck, and I'll take a look."
And my back.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a predicament here.
I
don't look. It's at some point, you know, like when you look at a resume and you see that like the person you might be considering has worked like 5 jobs in the last 3 years, and they're not like, I don't know. A lot of times in the recruiting world, that can be a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think necessarily in these times it is, but that was how it used to be. If I'm the guy who's been to like 3 different hairdressers in the last 2 years, that's a red flag on me.
Yeah, you got to start wondering if it's you.
It might be a me thing.
Are you concerned that they're not answering your phone calls?
They don't. Yeah, I am. I think they got me blocked.
Have you left a message?
No, but I sent an email, and I think it might be one of those like automated ones that like you can't reply to, but I at least put in my due diligence there.
They're gonna end up if you leave a voicemail, they're gonna end up playing it for like all the hairdressers
all
at once, and they're like, "God, this guy is such a simp."
They're sitting at the bar pouring scotch for some like 40-year-old tech guy, and they're just laughing at me. They're pulling up my Instagram.
They're like, "Is that guy that's obsessed with what's her face? He just comes in here." And
no, I'm not. I'm obsessed with like routine and consistency. I don't want to do this again.
I've been making a lot of changes in my life lately, Dave.
Are you about to do an ad read?
No.
Okay, good.
I've been reading a book called Atomic Habits. Have you seen this book? It's the new wave. Everyone's talking about it. It's been out for like 3 years.
Is that by the same person who did How to Win Friends and Influence People?
Probably. But I've been trying to break up my routine lately and try to make some positive changes in my life because I think I've settled into too much of a routine.
Like a 7 a.m. haircut.
Yeah, exactly. And
what time did you have to get up for that?
My alarm went off at 6:20. I mashed the snooze button, but before the second snooze alarm went off, Rosie was whining to get fed, so I had to go hit that farmer's dog with her.
Okay.
Damn, that was an unnecessary farmer's dog flex. I'm sorry. They should sponsor this pod.
It's quality food.
But I've been trying to assess some of my habits, and I've been trying to see what negative effects these habits have on my life. And one negative effect that I've had recently is that I sleep on my right side primarily. We're dog in the bed people. My dog sleeps at the top of our bed.
Oh, okay.
He sleeps she sleeps between our pillows.
Yeah.
It's not great, but it is what it is.
For you.
We can't really do anything about this. But I because she has terrible breath, or it's either her terrible breath in my face or it's her butt in my face, I always find myself sleeping on my other side, my right side, so that I'm facing away from her.
Do you brush her teeth?
No, but I think the people that cut her hair do.
Okay. It's not as easy as it sounds.
No, they're dogs.
Yeah, I bought these little finger brushes. It sounds weird. You know, you put it on, It's got the bristles. You put that thing in Randy's like, what the fuck? Randy will just run to the other end of the house.
Can I get one of those from you to try it?
Yeah, I'll bring you one.
Well, so
I'll bring you an unused one.
Yeah, that'd be preferable. Whatever. Our family shares toothbrushes. It doesn't matter. We can just we'll use our Sonicare on her.
Y'all just have like one toothbrush sitting in the shower, like next to a soap dish.
It has like 4 bristles on it at this point. They've just all fallen off. No, so Rosie's always there, and over the past few days with this stomach bug, do you know that sleeping on, if you lay on your left side, that helps you relieve gaseous pressure within your stomach? Are you aware of this?
No.
So what everyone's always told me, like, oh, you have got some gas you got to get through. Get on that left side.
Wait, so it makes you get rid of said gas?
Correct. And so during the stomach thing, I was having this issue, and finally I brought it to the table, and I was like, Sally, I have a question for you. Can we switch sides of the bed?
Well, mind blown. Because you read a book.
No, this wasn't because of the book. Well, it was kind of because
of your dog's booty hole being in your face.
Is switching sides of the bed after living somewhere for a full year, like, is that an unsavory move?
That's your version of spicing things up.
Like, I feel like it's a weird move. I did one night on the other side of the bed. I woke up and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Is this some kind of role playing?
Yeah, I'm the woman now. She's me now. She's trying to grow her beard out.
She's switching hairdressers as we speak.
Is it psychotic to switch sides of the bed? Have you ever done this?
No.
When you go to a hotel, do you sleep on the same side of the bed in that hotel room as you do when you're at your house?
No.
We have a thing where I sleep closer to the window. Sally sleeps closer to the door.
Wherever I fall down drunk, man.
Damn. Where'd you sleep when you were sharing a room with Dillon? Did you guys share a bed in New Orleans, or did you guys not share a bed?
We had separate beds.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I just left my stuff on your bedside table every night, so I'm not sure.
You really did. I think I'm sharing it. I think I'm staying with Clay in Vegas.
I mean, I'm staying with Micah. I will be getting a key to someone else's room just in case Micah snores.
I've shared a bed with Micah.
He snores, though, doesn't he?
I don't want to add him, but yeah. Well, he did. He's in much better shape now than he was then. This is pre-fight Micah.
My sister-in-law's boyfriend's also going to be on the trip, staying at the same hotel, and I think I might just get one of his room keys, and I think I might just sleep on the couch if I need to one night.
You know what thing I do when I go on bachelor parties? I try to stay with everyone one night. I know that's not feasibly possible, but like if there's a nap going down, I'm like, hey, let me come in and nap with you.
I mean, I napped in your bed.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a nap or just you falling asleep.
It was a nap.
It was like a 15-minute nap before we went out.
The fact that we went out was still impressive.
Very impressive. Definitely had nothing to do with me getting COVID.
But how long after sleeping in your sleeping situation are you allowed to like actually flip the switch and go oppo? I
could see Sally not being down with that.
If you have two sinks in your bathroom, which is like a nice flex, we don't have that anymore. We just have one sink. But in our apartment, we had two sinks, so we each had our sink. What if one day I was just like, hey, can we switch sinks real quick?
That would never happen. She has the power sink. My sink, so we do have two sinks in our main bathroom, and she has the face towel rack. My side does not have a face towel rack next to the sink. I have the terrible scenario where I have to turn around and use a bath towel that's hanging.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What the fuck am I doing?
Are you fucking kidding me?
A fucking nightmare.
Gross. I'm just all turned around.
So none of this is not an elaborate bit. I thought you were leading me down. You're really reading this book?
Yeah, but has it made me rethink some of my destructive behaviors? Yes. Is it the sole reason I asked to switch? No. But I feel like my back has been out of whack lately. I've been waking up with stomach issues because I'm sleeping all on one side or on my stomach, which just makes me feel gross.
Your tum-tum.
And I want to switch sides of the bed, but it just doesn't feel right. It just seems like a weird move.
You should do it, but you should get back into your Whoop and track your sleep and see if you sleep better.
I don't hate that move. I kind of want an Aura ring at this point.
Why? Because it's not as intrusive?
Well, do you know what the red flag is of Aura rings? They're not meant to be worn on your ring finger. They're more effective if they're on your middle finger or your index finger. So can you imagine?
I'm not wearing a ring on my middle finger.
Can you imagine me showing up to the bar with my wedding ring on and then an Aura ring on the next finger?
I would absolutely never let you hear the end of it.
Once I heard that, I was like, that's a deal breaker. Hopefully Aura Ring never wants to drop the bag on this pod. I think that the technology they have is quite impressive. If they can ever make it so it's on your ring finger, I might entertain that.
Whoop should have just gotten in with like Pfizer and like put like a baby microchip.
I thought there was
vaccine.
I thought there was a possibility that like they were going to get like national recognition for their technology throughout the entire process.
They still might. You see a lot of stuff that people dismissed a year ago, even a few months ago, you're starting to see more mainstream outlets, even the CDC, like talk about like vitamin D deficiency. That's the reason one. Like
Oh, I've been taking.
people
You
were
know, I've been on
saying,
my vitamin D shit.
yeah, for like early on, they're like, oh, people were like, oh yeah, well, if you have vitamin D deficiency, like it hits you harder. And a lot of people were like, oh no, that's dangerous to say. And now, like you see yesterday, that some mainstream outlets running with that. That being said, Whoop 2 years ago was like, we're noticing people getting a spike. Whoop tracks your heart rate. This is not a Whoop ad. They don't sponsor this pod. They almost did.
They gave us a free year.
Did they? I think I'm paying for mine.
Well, the year has since expired.
Fuck.
Yeah. And I didn't wear.
What's
I
so
haven't.
fucking-
I haven't been wearing mine. I've retired from the Whoop life, and now I did get charged for 3 months, not knowing that I was getting charged for it.
Well,
So
it tracks your respiratory rate while you sleep. And a lot of times when you see a spike in that, it can mean you're fighting something or you're breathing more because you've got, something with your lungs. And when I did get COVID, it tracked perfectly with the Whoop. Like I had my recovery tanked and the respiratory rate shot up like 2 more breaths a minute or something overnight, like than normal. And that is something. So it wouldn't be shocking if you started seeing more of that come out, like more mainstream outlets be like, oh yeah, this health device.
am I about to A/B test my bedroom? I don't know if Sally's gonna want to like just go through the motions of me switching sides of the bed with my Whoop on and looking at our stats every
What
single
if you
day.
slept? What if you slept with your head on the other end of the bed?
Ooh, I have thought about switching doing something with the mattress, but I got this mattress through a sponsored ad deal from Grand X Days, and I think it might just be time to re-up. How often are you supposed to switch mattresses? Randy's got like the Rolls Royce of mattresses.
I don't know. I feel like we've had the same mattress for a minute.
How often do you switch mattresses?
None of this really applies to me because I kind of did the same thing you're thinking about doing. Only instead of switching spots, I'm sleeping on the couch because I'm in the doghouse, baby. Hey, it ain't good, man. It's pretty cold at home.
I feel like I'd sleep better on my couch at this point.
I've had some good nights. Well, I have not actually done a full night's sleep on the couch, but I've done some napping on the couch. I've got a good napping couch.
I woke up on Friday night. I woke up at 1:30 in the morning on my couch, and my phone was in my hand still on my chest with one TikTok just playing on repeat. And I think I had fallen asleep around 11 o'clock that night. So for 2.5 hours, I watched the exact same TikTok from some like low-level Barstool content creator. They got about 5,000 loops from me.
If you do that, do those loops count towards their loops?
I have no clue.
Like, can
Randy,
you juice the stats on TikTok?
just sit there? I don't think you can. I think it's all about likes.
Most TikTok is really bad.
But whatever that dude's name is from Barstool, I was like, hey, you just got the algorithm's loving you right now because I just watched your shit for
You
two
just
and a
got
half
loops,
hours.
player.
Yeah.
You know what? I've been doing more what's the Instagram version of TikTok? Is it just their reels?
Yeah.
I've been doing more of that than TikTok, and let me tell you, it's not much better. It's not better at all, actually.
I refuse to get into watching reels in the same fashion that you do TikTok. I think it's a dangerous game to play. I also did something when I was feeling sick yesterday. I deleted TikTok from my phone yesterday. It's not a permanent deletion, but I deleted it yesterday because I was like, I could see myself without the TV on, sitting here all day on a sick day, just looking at TikTok for like hours on end. And I was like, I can't do this. I got to delete this shit. I got out.
Most of the stuff that I get served on Reels and TikTok, it's either MMA, it's a lot of golf, and that includes young ladies who golf
Just on the driving range,
on the
just
driving
putting
range,
in work.
potentially wearing like a New Year's Eve outfit or something. And then it's like animal. It's like animal fight videos, but like like a lion fighting a hyena or something. I'm like, at first I'm like, oh, I'm not watching that. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely watching that.
Yeah.
And then I get served more and more. And a lot of it's bad content. A lot of it's just crap. Like they don't even show what happens. It's just like they just have like some music blaring in the background, some like dance music from a faraway land. And I'm just watching this. I'm watching this cheetah fight a hyena over a carcass.
That's better than me. I'm hearing the same fucking shit on TikTok over and over
Well,
again.
yeah, because you passed out.
The Machiavelli or
With your
whatever it
talk in
is.
your
What's the one? There's some new sound, and I'm so sick of it. I can't do it anymore. I can't listen to these people. I just hate it.
I'm not familiar.
Consider yourself lucky.
I do have something that I could add to this rundown real quick, impromptu, that has to do with my hairdresser.
Okay.
Did I tell you what I did yesterday?
No. Oh, yes.
My hairdresser, once she told me last time I was there that she's had clients who had received stem cell or I guess PRP therapy for their hair. And that it looks great and you can't tell. And it's so much better than the other ones. Me, I'm like, dude, I don't care either way. I do care, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone to the lengths that I did. But I was like, I'll look into it. And she's like, and I don't think it's that expensive. I'm like, okay. Because I know some of those restoration things are very expensive. Looked into it. I thought I found a place. I found a website, a worldwide website. Booked a consultation. Told them why I was booking it. Went out there. This place is in far north Austin, near Cedar Park off 183. Very, very far north. 25 minutes north of where we're at now.
Yeah, I'm not driving there for just anything.
I get there and it's and they're very nice and I like the office, but it's a small office and it's like the place is called I don't even know what it's called, but it's like a spinal institute something. They do chiropractic and I get in there, I'm like, okay, I knew that was the name of the place. I just thought they did like cast a wide net. They do a lot of different things. So I'm in there, fill out the paperwork, which is by far the worst part about going to a doctor, other than getting terrible.
Dude, I had to do that at my new hairdresser last month. It's like, how much paperwork do you need to cut my hair?
It should have been a red flag when like the sheet that has like the human body and you have to like circle where the pain is. That I just left it blank. I was like, oh, there's no pain.
No,
whatever, it's fine.
You just circle your heart.
Like yes, my ego.
Yeah,
just my sensitive tears. So I go back there and I tell the guy why I'm there, and he informs me that they don't do that. And I was like,
but his reasoning for why they don't do that's the best part.
It was not on the website, or no, it was on the website, and apparently they don't know either they can't change it or they don't know how to change it. But he says, yeah, it's just not something we do anymore. And
they don't know how to edit the website. So they're just taking people into the office. Did they try to upsell you on anything when you got there?
No. In fact, the dude was, maybe my age, really cool guy. Like we were vibing, man.
Does he play golf? Like, should we hang with him?
He was telling me, we were talking about we started talking about nagging back and shoulder issues, and then we started talking about testosterone and how he's maybe going to look into getting that hair procedure done because his girlfriend told him he might be thinning up top. And there was this whole thing. So I'm in there for like 20 minutes just talking to this guy about like all sorts of stuff. I was like, all right, man, well, see you later. He's like, yeah, if you got any back issues or anything you want to get worked out.
Do you have to pay for this?
No, they didn't charge me. But
good.
But I did have to, I did pay for it on my way back down 360 when there was a wreck.
Well, stamps.com has taught us anything. Time is money.
It absolutely is.
Oh, I heard the wreck on Mopac yesterday was brutal. I heard it was
360.
Oh, okay.
There was a fire on Mopac yesterday.
High fire danger. I heard it was really bad.
So I drove out there. I got smoked yesterday, man.
Dude, I can't do it. Like coming from northern Michigan where every appointment is like 15 minutes away. Moving to Austin, appointments are like 45 minutes away, and it just completely deters me from doing anything that it contributes positively to my health. Should I go get a physical for the first time in like 6 years? Yeah, I definitely should.
You should.
Just haven't done it. I don't want to. I don't want to drive that far.
Do you think you would pass a physical?
Is that like a pass-fail thing?
I don't know.
I think I would do okay.
I think I had the last physical I got was for life insurance.
I need to do that.
You really do need to do that.
Stop. I know I do. Ladder life. Code Scaries. Let's talk about this weekend in fun real quick, baby.
What's this? What about the psychotic couple move?
That was switching sides of the bed.
Oh, you're the psychotic couple.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Is it a weird move?
It's weird not having Dillon here to.
Is it a weird move for me to try to switch sides of the bed? Let's put a fork in this.
No. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I will say yes. It is. After all these years, yeah.
I don't think it's gonna hold, but I think I might still try.
Well, you should just tell your dog to not sleep on the bed. I know for a lot of people that's not an option.
I like it.
No, I get it.
It makes me happy.
In the morning, dude, when Alyssa gets up, Randy gets up and readjusts and lays down perfectly behind my knees. And like, I feel bad getting up because I'm like, dude, this is as good for him as it is for me. It's just,
Yeah. Sometimes they tighten up the comforter a little bit too much. It makes it a little claustrophobic. Randy disrespected my claustrophobia the other day.
you're talking about human Randy.
Dude, human Randy. Dude, the other day I was like sitting, I don't even remember what we were doing, but Randy started inching closer and closer to me. And I was like, hey, dude, you got to move. I'm getting super claustrophobic right now. And like, I didn't want to sound like a diva or like I was freaking out, but there was something about the situation where I was feeling incredibly claustrophobic. And it was to the point where I almost shoved Randy out of the way. I was
Were
like,
y'all
dude,
spelunking?
what were we doing? Do you know what we were doing? Yeah, we were at Fix for dinner, and he trapped me in some chairs, and I was like, dude, you have like I'm about to shove you.
Wait, was this the dinner that we before our night out?
It was dangerous night, yeah. And he disrespected it. Like he did it only you should only have someone tell you that they're getting claustrophobic once before you back up. And it took me 4 different times to tell Randy, dude, you got to back off. I'm about to freak out. It doesn't happen that often to me to get claustrophobic like that, but Randy just it went in one ear and out the other. It was very disrespectful.
Randy just doesn't respect people's space.
I heard Randy got kicked out of a bar recently. No, I'm just kidding. Let's talk about this weekend of getting kicked out of bars. Let's talk this weekend in fun presented by Bird Dogs. Bird Dogs shorts, pants, joggers, whatever you need. They've got the built-in underwear that are the most comfortable built-in underwear you've ever had. So many people out there don't even know what it feels like to wear a pair of chinos with built-in underwear in them. And I have to say, it's something that I very much enjoy.
Same.
There's been a lot of talk, some might call it hullabaloo, about Dillon's bachelor party in Las Vegas. And I can almost guarantee that when we go sit down for our steak dinner on Friday night, I will be wearing a pair of Bird Dogs performance pants.
Man, that entire weekend is going to be just a Bird Dogs activation. That pool scene.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah. People are going to be like, are you, like, is like one time like someone's going to walk up to our pool cabana and be like, are you guys sponsored by, do you guys work for Bird Dogs? Why are you guys all wearing Bird Dogs right now?
We get that a lot, actually. We get that with other sponsors, but we get that with Bird Dogs too.
I mean, it just be like that. Go to birddogs.com, enter promo code STEAM, and they'll throw in a free Bird Dogs whistle tip football. It's like those Nerf Vortex Howler footballs that whistle when you throw them. The footballs that you can literally throw a mile. Yeah, we're talking about those ones. It's a must-have. That's birddogs.com, promo code STEAM, and boom, a free Bird Dogs whistle tip football with your pair of Bird Dogs. You will not take these things off, I promise you. Dave, what are you getting into this weekend?
You know, we've got the P-Man's birthday.
Dude, I forgot about the P-Man's birthday.
Parks is turning 7? 6 or 7?
8.
Okay.
7.
Yeah. Thanks, Randy.
Randy knows.
8. Fuck,
Randy,
this guy's
noted
problem.
April 5th birthday haver.
Yeah, we've got his birthday party. So, be making an appearance there, giving a gift, maybe tossing the football around, maybe tossing the Vortex Howler football. We'll bring ours. We've got one here.
We could do that. I'm fine with that. He's got the backyard for it.
I've not checked the weather. If someone has a tea time that doesn't conflict with the P-Man's birthday, I will hop in with you. I saw Jack Hammer. I saw Danny Reggs at the gym yesterday, and he said he asked me, do you have a 4th open? Because I'd love to play golf this weekend. And I said, I don't, but I will let you know. If you want me to play golf with you and potentially Danny Reggs, let me know. Dan's just out there with that new tat. Dan, dude,
New Tad Dan is
it
different.
looks good.
Lighthouse. Do we know why it's a lighthouse?
Yeah. I don't know if he wants me to.
That's fine. You don't have to say anything. I just want to know. Do we know?
Yeah.
I'm not in as close communication with Dan. Dan and I only talk during very specific times.
It's because he's a Wellerman.
He is a Wellerman.
Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Look, this weekend is not like last weekend, which was action-packed.
Yeah, I got bad news. Not a lot going on this weekend.
I'm going to watch, we got Riviera this week.
I've been cooped up, man. I'm freaking out. I had big plans last weekend. They all got canceled besides the Super Bowl party. I only really left our place last weekend to go to the Super Bowl party. Then I got sick. I've been cooped up. I'm like a rabid dog trying to get out right now.
Oh, so you're trying to get out?
I would like to. Yeah, I'm freaking out, dude. I haven't done anything in months. It feels
thinking
like.
about going on a bender.
No, I don't want to go on a bender. I just want to have one night that toes the line of dangerous without actually getting dangerous.
That's pretty much at 37, and that's where I'm at. All I'm looking for is something that could escalate out of control, but doesn't. I just want the option. You know what I mean? It's like I want to be out and I want to get invited. Like, hey, we're going to Ballerina. What's that place?
Ballerina sounds sick.
What's that crazy bar that plays all the old school like new wave music?
I don't know what.
It's open till like 4. Randy, you've been
Barbarella?
there. Barbarella, not Ballerinas.
Ballerina sounds.
I want to get the invite. Like, hey, we're going to Barbarella's. I'm like, man, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm gonna go home and sleep on the left side of my bed.
Something I've decided I'm going to do, and it's because when I was driving my haircut today, I passed a bar, Don's Depot, that we never go to. Brett goes there every once in a while, but we never go there.
It's a good spot.
And I always think to myself, like, I never think about those places to go to after we get dinner somewhere. I need to make a list of underrated bars on my phone that my drunk mind can just open that list and be like, let's go here instead of going to this other bar that we go to way too often. Dillon's not here, so we can just say it. Dirty Bills.
Talk about claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Is it Klaus or Quas?
What? Klaus?
I know.
Claustrophobic?
That's a callback.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Podcast.
Sorry.
No, it's stupid. No, that bar is just too crowded. And even though, like, it's just, I don't want to wait in line.
No. If I'm waiting in a line at this point in my life, things have gone, things are, like, that bar's operating above what I need.
We did wait in line a couple Fridays ago for Bee's Knees. Special occasion, though.
The people in front of us were very engaging. They spoke to us and
the line
they kept us entertained.
It's actually a healthy thing if you mix it up with people in line, then you see them inside. You're like, hey, remember me from the line back then? They're like, yeah, dude, how about that line? I'm like, yeah, we were all in it.
I did an old bit that I haven't done in a long time, and I don't think you loved it when I did it. I told somebody that we were waiting in line next to that you were once on The Real World. Do you remember this?
No.
I was like, yeah. I was like, hey, don't like say anything, but like this guy right here, he was actually on The Real World like 10 years ago. It's like, it's pretty sweet.
Like, oh, is that CT?
She asked where, and I was like, oh, it was Real World. And I think that's where she knew I was lying, but I was really trying to make her think that like we were just rolling deep with like a big celeb. Maybe she could tell that like you didn't get any nods for the challenge after. Do you think you could go against CT in the gauntlet?
I saw that there's a CBS challenge, not a spinoff necessarily, but they're getting a lot of the cast for some international thing.
Well, the next challenge doesn't tape until May, which is not great for me. Someone who
won the last one?
CT.
Fuck yeah,
he's a beast right now. He's won back to back.
Hadn't he put on some weight?
No, he's in great shape.
Back in
he's
good
in
shape?
Unbelievable shape. All he cares about now is just winning these things. He knows he's going down as a GOAT. He's the Tom Brady of challenges.
I mean, he absolutely is.
Don't watch any challenge. If you're out there and you're trying to get into the challenge again, like I did, don't watch anything that's not actually on MTV. If it's on Peacock, if it's on Paramount, whatever it might be on, those ones suck. Just watch the ones on MTV. That's where they're dedicating all the good people to, and that's where they're dedicating all the money to. The budget for these things have gone through the roof.
And this has nothing to do with my weekend, but can I tell the folks at home something that is on my schedule in the month of March that they're going to wonder like where I'm going to be?
Yes.
I'm doing my civic duty. I've been summoned.
I forgot about this.
Summoned.
How do you feel about that?
I got hit with a summons for jury duty. I've done it before. I got sent home like an hour in, and I imagine that's what's going to happen. But yeah, catch me out March 15th.
The Ides of March. Beware, Dave. I don't have a good feeling of you going on the Ides of March to your jury duty. I'm worried that you're going to be in some lengthy trial that takes you out of work for like months on end. If they interview you in front of everybody like they do, you know how they bring you up and they start talking to you about like your history and stuff like that. Will you just answer every question with Epstein didn't kill himself?
What if that's the question during they're questioning jurors a little voir dire? Who here believes Jeffrey Epstein killed himself? And I'm like looking around, like a couple people raise their hand. I was like,
clones, clones.
Do you not listen to podcasts?
Yeah. I'm like, what?
How many of you listen to podcasts? And I raise my hand, like,
I'm kind of the podcast guy.
I am the podcast guy.
I'm just amazed. Like, I'm just amazed that like they don't let you out of jury duty knowing that you have podcasts to record.
Well, it asked for dates, like conflicts, and I did put podcast week, and it did not suffice.
Did you just drag that from January 1st to December 31st?
I did.
That makes sense.
I broke the system. I crashed the servers. What are you doing? Tell me you're doing something cooler than me.
No, I have nothing. I am going to Parks' birthday. I would like to step out at some point, but that's going to take me finagling the wife situation as we don't have any babysitters in line right now. So it's going to be like one of those put the child to bed things and then try to sneak out for a couple drinks at like 7:30. Is it going to go well for me? No. I don't anticipate this paying off at all.
What time does Fritz go to bed?
7 p.m. sharp.
Yeah.
Sometimes if he's feeling a little tired, rubbing those eyes, touching that ear, talking 6:45.
How's he sleeping?
Pretty well. No I'm not going to complain.
When he wakes up in the morning, is he a immediate cry, or does he ever like chatter in there? Like you get him here making noises, but he's not, he's like, are you up or no? And you like look at the monitor.
Not even close to crying.
Yeah.
He's a party boy in the morning. He loves it. He gets really tired in the morning, man. He's like a little me in the morning, just like rubbing his eyes, just like trying to work shit out.
It's funny. I guess Rhodes predominantly sleeps on his belly now. And I like walk in there and he's on his, I don't know why. It's just so funny. He's on his stomach, just kind of looking over.
Like, what's up? No, Fritz now can sit up in his crib, so he just sits like now when he wakes up, he just sits down and just starts playing.
Like he just sits up like the Undertaker.
Yeah, yeah. He's got really good ab strength. I got him on this ab routine, paying off. He's got 6
Has he been doing FitBod?
Yeah, fitbod.me, promo code STEAM, 25% off.
How do you remember that?
I'm kind of ad reads are just second nature to me.
They really are.
Should we get out of here? No one had us going 70+ minutes without Dillon here.
Well, dude, I've been as the first guest on the inaugural Will Show.
Stop.
This has been a lot of fun, man. I really enjoyed my time here. Make sure you guys check out Too Much Dip. I don't have a ton of stuff to promote, but Too Much Dip podcast. Like and subscribe. It's a sports vehicle. I think people are gonna like it.
I like it.
Even though you didn't participate in like the last 2 months of live streams.
My son got in the way, Dave.
Yeah, well.
You know I'm a live stream stan. I did go back and rewatch the other one. Thank you very little. Whatever. Should we get out of here?
Bye.